this video is going to be all about health and fitness and routine on the road and why it's important, and we pretty much lost touch with that over the last 2 years that we've been on the road. So we were really happy when Christine and Erin from Irene Iron Fitness came into our lives when they did. They travel full-time on the road as well. They left in January of this year, and Christine really understands the struggles of RV life and how hard it is to maintain a routine. So she came into our lives at a perfect time, because since we left the road in 2017, we have packed on the pounds. We were both at our heaviest weight 3 months ago, and we weren't happy. My clothes were fitting way too tight, yet I completely refused to go out and buy new clothes and go up a size. We were sleeping like crap, and just the food that we were putting into our body was not good.
Yeah, I didn't really like watching our videos because of this right here, which has gone away a little bit. Almost there. But just overall, the thing that I think I like most about working with Christine as a RV personal trainer is that she focuses on lifestyle change. Me personally, I don't want to be the guy who's ripped and like, you know, like have a six-pack. I just want to be able to go out and enjoy beers and not have a huge beer belly. So she understands that, and luckily that's what we're working towards.
Yes, she keeps us focused and on track, which was our number one priority, because as many times as we started a new diet plan or fitness routine over the last year, it was just us holding each other accountable, and frankly, we're not very good at that. And when one of us would fall off the bandwagon, the other one would too. So she has been so important in just keeping us on track, and when an event that would typically just have us completely stop our workout program, she came in and reminded us of our goals and kept us going. So we're very, very pleased with our results after 12 weeks because A, we were not perfect students. I'm going to tell you that right now. So to still be able to sleep better, feel better, eat better food has just been great. And on top of it, I'm happy to report that I lost 11.6 pounds and a total of 7 inches all over, which is great.
And I lost 14.7 pounds and 7 3/4 inches all over. So
yes, so we're very happy with our physical results, but we're even happier with our mental results. So with all of that said, we didn't plan this, but it turns out that Christine and Erin are in the same Thousand Trails resort as us. So we were able to sit down with them yesterday and do a little Q&A with them. And we're very excited to introduce you to them and have you get to know them, because they are awesome RVers and they're just awesome people all around. So let's dive into that Q&A right now. Thanks guys for joining us today and letting us do a little Q&A and actually see the faces of the people that we continuously mention in our videos.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to introduce yourselves and kind of just say how you got into this lifestyle.
Sure.
Yeah, so I'll just start. I'm Erin and this is Christine, and just a quick little background. We started dating in our early 20s and kind of were both very ambitious and got really into the corporate world and the corporate drive and climbing the ladder and, you know, getting into big houses and cars and toys, and we just found ourselves not fulfilled at all. Mm-hmm. So we started kind of traveling a lot more. We actually took a trip out to California, and that kind of changed our lives a little bit, seeing the oceans and the mountains and the desert all in one trip. We kind of just started spending more time into ourselves, health and fitness, and just each other. And we kind of switched up our whole thought process a little bit and started downsizing, and we kind of got into the tiny house movement, which kind of moved into RVing, and we both settled on vans like right away. We both loved vans. And
It was immediate attraction.
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. So we kind of set a very hard date of January of this year in 2019 to hit the road, and we started saving, upwards of 70% of our pay, and really got hard into researching. That's where we first kind of ran into you guys online. I think when you guys took off, and
Of what not to do.
what not to do.
Exactly.
And so we kind of started our own business of health and fitness coaching. Christine's a trainer. So I'll let you talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so we started personal training. It's all online. And I'm certified by NASM, which is National Academy of Sports Medicine, which is one of the best accredited certs that you can get. And actually a lot of people avoid taking it because it's more difficult than the others.
Oh, okay.
So it is a challenging cert to get, and I was really proud to get that. I got that in 2016. And then since then I've gotten my Precision Nutrition Level 1 certification, which is for nutrition coaching. And that is really behavioral based. So it's progressive behavior changes for people to do easy steps at a time that add up to a lot over an amount of time.
Yeah.
So with the two combined, the fitness and the nutrition, that's when people get the best results. And with us, it's perfect because it's set up to be all online. No matter where we are and no matter where you are, we can still connect through the system and work together. So Erin does all of the I work with all the clients and deal with the clients directly, and then Erin does all the back work on our website and all of our YouTube videos and all that technical stuff.
Yeah.
That's like way over my head.
And that's what you guys do full time on the road, right? Is your coaching and your social media.
Yep, that's all we do.
Yep, full time. Chris works the business, the upfront side of it, and I work the back side with the website design and maintenance and all that fun stuff, and then the YouTube channel also.
Yeah.
So
And
it's fun.
You guys are still kind of newbies
We
in
are.
my mind.
We are,
are.
We're under
very
a
new.
year, so we haven't
Yeah.
even hit that yet.
And did you say where you're from?
No, we're from
tell.
Minneapolis.
Take a guess.
Yeah.
So you were telling us that you left, and then like a week later there was a snowstorm.
Yeah, we left January. It's a cold time in Minnesota to leave. January and February are the worst months, and as soon as we left, we actually left during an active blizzard.
Yeah, it snowed pretty heavily in like Missouri on the way down. It was like 12 plus inches the night
Kansas
before
City
we got
got
there.
hit hard.
Oh my God.
And then after we left, it just continued to get pummeled with snow like all winter. It's the worst winter we've had in a while as far as the number of blizzards.
All right, so you quickly settled on a van. Tell us about it.
We are in a 23-foot Airstream Interstate, which a lot of people don't know. Airstream makes a van line, so it's basically a high roof Sprinter that Airstream does like all the inside to make it like a mini motorhome, so it has a full bathroom and kitchen and bedroom, and we have 2 offices for us both.
It's pretty
to
cush
work
in there.
Yeah.
Pretty gosh.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
van, especially when you say I live in a Sprinter van, like everybody just pictures a conversion, like a selfie conversion.
Yeah.
Or they picture like a minivan for some reason. It's just the smallest little thing
It's
you could
true.
ever.
Like an Astro van.
Or yeah, you live in a van?
Yeah.
We live in a van.
Yeah.
No, but it's really nice. Erin did all the research on the RV for like 18 months. He was obsessively researching.
Yeah, so while we were like planning and saving all of our money, a lot of our time was just in research. So, we started eating out less. We started, spending a lot less money and just really pumping in as much savings as we could to
Every
make
penny,
this lifestyle.
every penny
work.
got tracked for
Yes.
years.
Yeah.
And still does.
It was the same way for us. Although we were, when we started looking, obviously attracted to the bigger rigs. So, I am kind of curious what attracted you to vans specifically.
The mobility of it.
I think so, yeah, the ease of the lifestyle. Because, like you said, a lot of people are interested in the big rigs for normal reasons because you're coming from a house or
To
an apartment.
transition.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes
Yeah.
sense. But there's a lot of learning curve that you guys found out about. I mean, like a ton of learning. And most people are like getting a truck for the first time and getting a big rig for the first time.
Yeah.
So for us, it was just the ease, like just an easy transition for us to be in this thing. We have everything we need and want, and it's, you know, we're able to go right into cities and boondocking, and like we could pretty much do anything anywhere and not have issues with it.
We were attracted to the glamour of like driving it onto the beach.
Oh,
You know, like swinging the doors open.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then also
The
at the same
Instagram
time,
pictures.
like
Yeah.
taking it into the cities and stuff. So we just wanted to be able to take it up a mountain or take it into a tight street and not have any, can we take it in there? I don't know. We didn't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah, well, the lifestyle is really stressful as it is, and
Yeah.
you know, anybody that's in it just knows how stressful it can be. So this just takes a little layer off of that.
Yeah.
How has working out and RV life / van life, like, obviously it's your passion, but I feel like that has been my struggle, was just losing routine, and like, how do you, I guess, deal with that? And then how do you motivate people in the RV community?
That's a really good question, because routine is by far the number one struggle, especially for RVers,
Yeah.
because we're picking up and we're relocating, whether it's every 3 days or every 3 weeks. It doesn't make it any easier. So every time you get up and leave, you know, travel day is tough. Settling in takes a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, weather plays a big part.
Yeah,
like-
huge part, weather.
Yeah.
So all of those things are huge obstacles, but the bottom line is, if you want something, you're going to get it done.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're going to make excuses.
Yeah.
So for us, it's easy because we, at this point in our life, we have formed the discipline to just make it happen. Getting your setup is key, and then your routine is key. So obviously, if you get up and you do your workout first thing in the morning, that's going to be best for anybody.
Yeah.
Because no matter who you are, as the day goes on, you're going to get tired, you're going to have things come up, you're going to have fires to put out. If you have kids, you're going to have problems with your kids, like, you name it, it's going to happen. So
Yeah.
mornings are best, and really just building that habit where the first couple weeks are going to be really rough. I mean, it took you guys a little bit to find your group.
We weren't the best people to work with, I feel like, in the first 3 weeks, but that was our struggle.
Yeah.
Was we
Yeah, building the
lost our
routine.
routine, and anytime we wanted to start one, we did, but then the second it got tough or inconvenient,
Yeah.
we completely dropped it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Fitbit and it tracks how many times I've lost 5 pounds, and I think it was like 64 times. Something crazy. They
Oh,
gave me
wow.
like 64
Oh, really?
badges for
Yeah.
losing 5 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we just kept,
Yeah.
and that's, you know, well,
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Fluctuating
Yeah.
is
RV life.
normal.
Yeah.
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 And that's what's tough about the lifestyle with traveling and being tempted in new places and new foods and going out to eat. And like you said, your routine changes, and you may have it for like a week or two, but then it takes just a second to get out of it. So the biggest thing is finding that routine, getting into it, and then you're looking for that routine where
You prioritize it.
yeah.
But food is also, like you mentioned, the second hardest challenge, and I actually really like your philosophy on meal plans, or lack thereof.
Yeah.
So I was hoping you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, so lack thereof, I don't do meal plans because they just suck.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, like, some people really like knowing exactly what to eat, and they like having the outline. Well, that's great. You might do really well for it for a week or two, but you can't stick to it. And so I really like to have people take whatever their current situation is and just work on improving it, because when you talk about eating healthy or being on a diet, it's all relative to each person. Like, what's an improvement for you guys is going to be totally different than what an improvement is for your neighbors.
Yeah.
So meal plans don't work because it doesn't have that personal attention of improving your own health.
Yeah.
It doesn't teach you anything. It doesn't teach you how to make your own decisions. It doesn't fix your relationship with food. I work with so many people that have really, really bad relationships with food. And most of the time it's a direct result of yo-yo dieting for 20 years, especially with older women and middle-aged women who've been dieting since they're 16 years old. And you can't just give a person a meal plan and not have it mess with their head.
Yeah.
So I really just like progression and not perfection. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
And preparation, it's like you just need to have in your home foods that make you feel good and that nourish you, and you need to just progressively make that better and better.
Yeah.
Because trying to do anything to an extreme, it's not sustainable. It's going to lead to a rebound. You're going to gain weight back.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to be a pleasant experience.
Yeah. And I really want to highlight like your focus on food and lack of meal plans, because for me personally, like, I'm not even a middle-aged woman.
Yeah.
Maybe I am by now at this point. But I was very fit growing up, so I could be a little more lax with my food, but I was still constantly, and maybe it was the LA like mindset as well, being from Los Angeles, but
Yeah.
I was constantly on diets, and I ended up signing up with a trainer like 9 years ago, and I did 6 months with her, and I was so skinny, and I ate chicken and turkey and sweet potatoes every day for literally 6 months.
Yeah.
And when I ended my program with her, it was like, okay, well, that's what you paid for, bye. And I totally didn't know how to eat after that.
Yeah.
And like, mentally, I don't know if I've expressed this to you enough, but mentally, like, on your program and your relationship with food is truly, like, still reteaching me how to just, like, eat healthy again. And it doesn't
Great.
have to be this absurd, restrictive
Yeah,
diet.
that's awesome to hear. That's exactly
Yeah.
what the goal is. Thank you.
Exactly.
And yeah, it's like when I don't want to be working with people the rest of their lives. I want to
Yeah.
really help people change their lives, whether it's 3, 6, 12 months working together, and then you have the tools to survive happily on your own and
Yeah.
like continue to make those efforts. So that's something I really strive for, is teaching people and like putting them through that self-thought. And, you know, I do give feedback, and there are certain people that really want like something more specific, like with macros plans. I do help people with calories or macros targeting if that's what their goal is and if that's what they
Yeah.
want. That can be appropriate for people, but generally speaking, people just want to feel better. With that, you just have to have a relaxed approach and be supportive and be their cheerleader. And people are so hard on themselves, they think that they're not doing good enough. Weight loss takes time, and it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
And people's immediate reaction is to say they're failing, it's not working, I need to be more extreme. And that's like the worst thing you can do. You gotta really slam on the brakes and be like, whoa. Let's look at all the good things you've done in the past month and the things that you do every single day, and imagine how that's going to result in a few months.
Yeah.
People just expect results in 2 weeks, and that's just not practical.
Right.
It takes
I'm
months.
one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, and it's you that was like talking me off the ledge the first couple weeks of like, you have shown progress in other ways, and you also just went on like a binge in Indiana, you know, like you have to look at the facts, and you have to, like you said, it's you either want it or you don't.
Yeah, and you know, excuses, they'll come out of every nook and cranny possible.
Yeah.
All right, so why don't you tell us how the workout plans go? Do you need weights? Do you need a gym membership?
You do not need to be a gym member.
All right.
If you are into gyms and you have a gym membership, that's great. We can build it all around that. Like Planet Fitness and Anytime Fitness are really popular gyms. So if you go to a gym, that's awesome. That's all you need. If you don't want to go to a gym, then what I really advocate for is dumbbells. And I always try to get people to get an adjustable set of dumbbells, because in an RV or an apartment or any type of setting, the footprint is smaller, it takes up less space, takes up less overall weight, which is really important.
Yeah.
I focus mostly on dumbbell moves because they're basic and they work. The weight training is the number one way to change your body composition, by far. Cardio is also important. There's a time and a place for it, but I prioritize the weight training. So if we are going to implement cardio into your program, I mean, just walking, running, no equipment needed except for a good pair of shoes, And that's it. So dumbbells are really the all-star, and it's especially ideal for people that are new to weight training or very little experience with weight training. So people that maybe want to dabble but really don't know where to start or don't know how to put a program together. So with the programs, I'll switch it up every 4 to 8 weeks, and that really depends on the progress that a person is making. If they're doing every single workout every day, I'm probably going to switch it up every 4 weeks. If the person is kind of struggling to get their workouts done and they're only doing like half of the prescribed workouts, then I probably stretch it out to the 8 weeks just to like exhaust that program more.
Yeah.
So that's great, like just to be able to switch it up. It really takes the guesswork out of people and building their own programs, because people don't know how to do it, obviously. And also with women, I really want to get women comfortable with weights, because everybody thinks they're going to get bulky and like get massive, but that's just not the case. If you're eating right, you're not going to put on girth. You're just going to tighten up, and it's going to be exactly what you want if you give it a try.
But what I do like about your program is that it's felt like really tailored to us.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming you do that for everyone.
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
We got the 8 weeks.
Yeah.
We got to switch up at 6 weeks. Yeah.
So we're about
It was nice.
halfway.
Yeah. You're getting good there. I do build it specifically for each person, depending on what equipment you have, what limitations you might have, how much time you can put into working out. If you're going to be able to commit to 3 days versus 6 days, that's a big difference on what your program will look like.
Yeah.
The number of minutes per workout changes. And then people just get bored with certain things. So like, if somebody says, hey, I'm really getting bored and burnt out here and it's been 3 weeks, then okay, well, we'll change it up early, because the whole thing is you got to enjoy what you're doing in order to do it every day. And it comes back to that routine of consistency, doing it every single day.
Yeah. Obviously, we know the answer to this, but how are people tracking all of this stuff?
Yes, so the program is all online based. So the clients use either a browser on their computer or a browser on their phone or an app. So you can access the program from any type of device. And then you're expected to check in every single day and look at your schedule and see what's on your schedule. So on your schedule, you're going to find workout programs. In your workout programs, you track your results. So you will track your weights, your reps of every single workout, so that you can see your history. And the next time you go to log in and do an exercise, you know exactly what weights to pick up and what reps you're trying to beat, because progression is definitely the goal. The app is really nice because there's videos that show form for people. So that takes a lot of time where people don't know what to do, and then you start Googling things, and then Google provides 7 different versions of a workout, and you're like, I don't know which one she wants me to do. So the workout is in the app, you track it in the app, and then like the food journaling is every day, there's coaching articles, and there's habits every 2 weeks that we change up, so that you're focusing on behavioral habits with nutrition. Also, every week you do a check-in with your weigh-in, your measurements. Every 4 weeks you do photos of your body.
Yes.
And that's really hard for people to do those. It's traumatizing for anybody to take a naked picture of themselves. Well, they're not naked, but in a swimsuit.
We're not sending you nudes, okay?
It is really, really
no
hard.
matter how many times you ask.
Please.
Yeah.
So the pictures, though, like, they're so important to have later on down the road. Once you start to see changes and it's really exciting, it's like, oh, that's just the fire that you need to keep going.
Yes.
There's coaching calls that we do every 2 weeks, and that really helps identify areas of challenges or successes that you wouldn't be able to identify through online.
Yeah.
And just having a conversation with people, so that I'm a real person and, like, I'm not just a bot on the other side of your machine. Like, that really helps just to break down the barrier and connect. And that's how I, find out what makes you guys tick.
Yeah.
What makes you respond. Some people really like to be called out and be like, hey, you're really not doing your activities here. Do you want to just quit, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Or some people need a little more coddling, and that's just the way people are. So it helps identify your characteristics and what you respond best to.
How do you guys find the interaction with the app or website? And
So we're actually different.
Yeah.
I like the app and prefer to use it, and that's just how I like to interface with everything, is through the app on my phone. And Ray,
Yeah, I like using just my laptop.
Yeah.
And I'll just like put the laptop, I work out in the living room.
Yeah.
I'll put the laptop up but both have the videos, so
Yep.
it's still helpful with form, and both show the tracking, so they're almost exactly the same. It really is just like how you like looking at it.
yeah,
And I
then-
like the calendar version, like seeing the whole week in front of me.
Yeah, and
Like
it's true where most people prefer one or the other.
Yeah.
And you can use both. So in cases where you're working out, you might want to use the desktop version
Mm-hmm.
and get you set up here. And then as you're eating throughout the day and you're tracking your food, you might want to use your phone and do it through the app. And no matter what version you use, at the end of the day, they merged the same delivery, and I see it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing I liked about the tracking the food. We could use my Fitness Pal,
Yeah.
right, which has a huge database, and so it's a lot easier to enter food because you can scan.
yeah, that's a great app.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That works well.
yeah,
Yeah, that fully integrates, and it also integrates with Fitbit, which when you guys were at that air balloon, I'm like, oh, Jason's just killing his steps today. What
Yeah.
are you
yeah.
doing over there? Anything that makes it easier for you guys as a user and easier for me as a coach, where
Yeah.
I just get information funneled to me rather than picking at you guys to get it in, so it's a win-win for us.
And with motivation, like how because you mentioned some people need like the little more strict, and some people want to be coddled, but we're both pretty different in that, and you like hit both of our personalities on that. Because Jason, like, well, you can speak for yourself, but I feel like you need like gentle reminders, and I like being told like, you're messing up, get back on track, but you do it in a very kind way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like the messaging is in the app as well, so it really is kind of like draws your attention back to the app, or text messages when we don't respond in the app. Which
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to like
Yeah.
change my severity of communication here. I'm like,
Yeah, we'll get a message in the app,
Yeah.
then an email, and then a text.
Yeah.
If we're like totally
Yeah.
ignoring.
And then
that's
at
pretty
this-
much it. Yeah,
at
you
this
figured
part-
me out.
Yeah, they
It turns
found
into
us.
a
Yeah.
knock
Yeah.
on the door.
Yeah.
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 And that's always
But-
what has let us down in the past is, we've gotten on track 100 times.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
always get off track, and then missing 1 or 2 days turns into 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
and that's
Easily.
a terrible reality of another mindset issue that we all struggle with is we're either on or off.
Yeah.
Like the switch is on or off, black or white, we're on or like we're doing good or we're doing bad. And so people, when they have one slip up and they eat some junk and they stop working out, it's very easy to just turn that into 3 days and then to 6 days and then to 2 weeks.
Switches off.
Switches
Yeah.
off.
Let's ride it.
And that's another thing.
January 1st.
Yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
going
Monday.
back on.
It's always Monday.
So that's another thing I try to break the mindset of, where, like, dude, it's okay if you went out and drank last night and, yeah, you had some Chipotle today to make up for it, but let's just get back onto it. It's so much easier to
Yeah.
stay in a groove. Even if you had something that's not perfect, that's fine. Just get back into it and do better tomorrow or do better tonight. And, like, breaking that mentality gets you so much further than 0 to 100.
That's always been my issue. I don't know. I don't like overbearing or drill sergeant-esque.
Yeah.
But that extra accountability where it's kind of like, hey, where are you at today?
Yeah.
Is always,
Yeah.
it's nice.
It's not as easy as you eat perfectly and if you don't, I'm going to judge you. It's like, no, I totally understand. You're real people. You have all these things going on and you want to enjoy what you're doing. Like, you want to enjoy having some social moments. You want to enjoy like a date night together. Finding a mix and a balance of like blending a healthier approach with your normal day life, that's key to being happy.
Yeah.
So even when you're out in these situations where there's temptations, you can still indulge, but indulge at a level 3 instead of a level 10,
Yeah.
and just working on that progression, and it just adds up to so much.
All right. So if people are sold, where can they find you guys?
They can find us on our website, ireneironfitness.com, and we're on YouTube, Irene Iron Fitness.
Yes.
We do videos every Wednesday on like the healthy cooking and the fitness aspect, and then Sunday we try to keep it light with like RV living, lifestyle, travel vlogs, and van related topics and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you have no interest in being healthy, you can just go watch them. These adorable people live in their van.
But otherwise, it's Irene Iron Fitness at everything: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and .com.
Yeah. So, if you're still hanging around, that probably means you're pretty interested in this topic. So, you guys have a special pricing for Getaway Gang members, and we are committed to another 12 weeks with you guys. So we would like to invite you to take advantage of this special because it's amazing. It's like your regular pricing is amazing. So doing a special, we really thank you for offering that to our audience.
So we are running a Getaway Special, and go to our website, ironfitness.com. Right on the homepage, you'll see the special on there, and you can just sign up through the website. And it's that easy.
And I do want to mention, too, if there's any other escapers out there, that we are going to be at the Lake Havasu 2020 Bash in January 11th through the 19th. So if you guys are, anybody going out to that, that's going to be great. We're going to be putting on fitness and cooking demonstrations Chris is going to do. So it would be fun to see some of you guys out there for that, too.
In person, that's right. That's a great opportunity to meet you guys in person.
Yeah.
Chit chat, go say hi. All right, well, thank you guys so much for your time and for everything you've helped us out with these last few months. We've really, really appreciated it.
It's been really great getting to know you guys, and it's been fun hanging out the past couple weeks here, too.
Yes, thank you.
All right, well, go give them a follow. I'll have everything in the description of this video as well. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.